Hello everybody, welcome to the Gel Press channel. I am Betz Golden. Today I am going to talk about how using shapes can help inspire your creative mojo if you're struggling with creating. The shape that I chose is circle, and I just pulled out everything I could find that was a circle. I am using open acrylic paints because they dry much slower than a regular acrylic paint. I'm in the desert, and lately I've been having a very hard time with my things drying too quickly. And that's not always a bad thing. I kind of like it because I can just put a layer of white paint over it and then lift it. But with this particular technique, I want to put some different images and shapes into the gel press. And so I want to lift that color like I'm doing right there. If you notice, I have a big solo cup. You can use both ends of your solo cup. It creates some really fantastic circles. And then that is just a lid off of a mason jar. And then finally, I have 3 different bubble wrap sizes. And I am, of course, going to be lifting my print on this wonderful circle heavy-duty paper. I will try to find it for you. Gel Press did send it to me, and so I may need to check to find out where it is. But I do have everything listed down below for your convenience, so make sure you check that out if you're interested in open acrylic paint. The cool thing with open acrylic paint is once it dries just like an acrylic paint. So it's not going to move around on you, and you can even go and layer on more colors. You don't have to worry about it getting muddy. The colors that I chose today are ultramarine, teal, and then a beautiful yellow. I know that these colors are going to blend beautifully, and I don't have to worry about it turning brown. So whenever you are playing with more than one color on your gel press, keep in mind the color families: cools, which are water-based, which is basically this, and then my secondary color is green, which is created from yellow, which is from the warm family, and then a blue. So I knew that it was going to work. And then if you want to do warms, you could do your reds, your oranges, and your yellows. Think of like fire, okay? That's how you can distinguish between the two. Be very careful if you're going to play with purple. Purple is a very temperamental color. It only plays nice with red and blue, the 2 primaries of a cool and a warm. A lot of times people will go ahead and they'll throw a purple in when they've created something beautiful with like a pink and a teal, and they get mud and they don't understand why. Well, that's just kind of the nature of purple. So you just want to be a little bit careful. As you can tell today, I am steering clear of purple because I don't want to have to worry about mud. All right, so I'm just having a good time lifting these prints. There's about 11 here that I am doing. I'm going back and forth between the yellow and then the blue. Some of the prints I like better than others, but it's okay because this is going to end up to be a background. Now, you may be thinking that toilet paper roll right there is a circle, right? But you actually can bend the end of it and make petals for a flower. How cool is that? Give that a try on your gel press. Just take and bend it and make a flower. And then I'm going to use the center. I'm going to create the center with that solo cup, that little teeny tiny one. I really should have used a brush to do this, but I didn't have one. So I'm just going to use my Brayer and Brayer it on out. It works, takes a little bit more time, but it gets the job done. And then just check out how cool this ends up looking. I really like how this one comes out. So pull out your toilet paper roll. You guys, if you've followed along, if you caught mine from a couple months ago, I often do find inspiration in the bathroom. It's kind of embarrassing. A couple months ago, I used paper towels in my bathroom at work to create some beautiful prints that I was able to collage with into my art journal. So there's inspiration everywhere. And again, if you're feeling like having a hard time finding that inspiration, go ahead, pick a shape and create from there. All right, so I'm going to let you watch this as I pull the rest of these prints, and then we will come back. All right, so you're noticing that I'm taking my bubble wrap and I'm placing it on the back side of that. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to make a design, although sometimes you end up with cool designs. I'm doing that because I'm trying to clean off my bubble wrap. Since this is an open acrylic, it is staying wet, and I just wanted to get some of that paint off because it had pretty much turned green at that point. Don't know if it really did a lot of good, but that was my intention on it. I do like to clean off my brayer on the back of my substrates when I am laying my print. I think it allows for really nice connection between the gel press and my substrate, and it also allows me just to kind of clean off the brayer, which is great as well. And then every once in a while I do go over with a piece of scratch paper and lift it just to clean the edges a little bit off. But I end up laying a lot of these down, and I will show you what they all look like and how I kind of finish them off before I create my project on it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I certainly hope that you consider doing so, making sure you hit that notification bell. There are a lot of really talented artists on the Gel Press channel. I like to gear my stuff more towards the newbie because we all need to start somewhere, right? So, but you know, there are some really great artists here that do things that are more advanced. So definitely come back and check them out. Also, if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. The YouTube algorithm, it likes that a lot. Feel free to share it. If you have any questions or comments, always try to leave them down below. I do check periodically and try to answer questions to the best of my ability. And then, of course, if there's anything that you see that you want to try, including these open acrylics, make sure that you check out the description box, because I will have everything I'm using listed in that box down below. So to finish these off, I just go and ink the edges with some archival black ink. I like the way that this looks. It just makes it look super sophisticated. And there we go. Those are all 11 of the prints that I created using circle as my shape. So tell me down below, what shape are you going to create with on the gel press? Circle, square, star, triangle, rectangle? Let me know. I would love to know. And then also make sure you check us out on Instagram as well. Until next time, I'm Betz Golden. Happy crafting.